Hello, everyone, and welcome to our third episode of season 3. Yes, I said that right. Of Fear Fam Talks, where I, Andrew, and Glamour Fairy talk to content creators about their journey through content creation and a topic of their choice. So today, our special guest is SimplyPressStart or Crystal, who is a big inspiration for both me and Glam. Her pronouns are she.
The face you
I'm-
just
Pressure
made.
suddenly.
Well, I'm not lying, am I?
Oh dear.
You're under pressure now.
Oh, okay.
She's also the founder of the Stream Team Club Tournament, which me and Glam are both a part of. And yeah, Crystal, if you'd like to introduce yourself, you are more than welcome to.
Yeah. No, honestly, whatever you just said. My name is Crystal. I go by SimplyPressStart online. I stream a variety of games, and I also happen to be. I kind of stumbled into being the lead of Club Tortimer, so that's kind of cool.
I love that. I love how you're just like, yep, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm the founder. I'm here. Oh dear. I love that. Right. So we're gonna go over like a few different like introduction questions, and my first question is, who was your inspiration when you first started creating content, and then who was your inspiration now? Is it the same as it was back then as it is now, or like has any of it changed?
Oh, it's different. It's different. When I first started, I think, it was on YouTube, not so much on. I didn't even know about Twitch, to be honest, or just in TV back then, maybe.
Oh, was that
So-
what it was called for you when you first started?
No, not when I first started, but like
Okay.
before. And I really enjoyed Let's Players like Cryotic at the time, PewDiePie. I got into Markiplier later on, Kadikarus, like or Peanut Butter Gamer, just like people who did Let's Plays and also gaming content. I thought that was really cool. And then I went into Twitch and I started meeting or lurking with because I don't talk to people. Lurking in like Carly on the Moon's chat, Smoke, like a whole bunch of other people, and then I just happened to meet people through this who I now look up to. Most of the members, actually all of the members of Club Tortimer. I'm also part of Highly in Descent stream team as well. There's some amazing people in there. Co-Carnage, so on and so forth. Just a lot of people on here who are really good at what they do.
Yeah, we love that. We love that. Sorry, I
I-
got distracted by what someone said in chat, and I'm just gonna minimize the chat now.
I do want to
Flirting with
mention.
chicken.
Yeah, I do want to mention that we have had Crystal on the podcast
Yes.
before, but that was also pre-Andrew, so it was just
Pre-me.
me. It was just me, and then so we want to kind of start asking you questions that are their questions are still the same, almost very similar to the ones that that you had answered before, but because it's been, I believe, just a little over a year since we've been on this thing, the podcast, there we go, there might be some different answers to your questions, as well as something that Banana Rose said in chat here is very true too, is that finally someone who has a different answer to this question, since we all answer Crystal. The last few people that we've had on here, when we ask about like people that come on here and ask them, hey, who is your inspiration, or who are some people that you watch, they always say you, and like obviously we did the
Past
same thing.
seasons as well.
Yeah.
Where I wasn't here. Most of the
Oh,
people was like, oh
goodness.
yeah, Crystal brought me to Twitch. Even if they haven't streamed Animal Crossing in like 3 years, they still say you.
Yeah.
Oh. Dear
Honestly,
Lord.
you're like the founder of Twitch. There you go.
I'll just take that badge, thank you.
Yeah, you're the founder of Twitch. We love that. We love that. So obviously, my next question is: out of all the platforms you use, which one is your favorite to make content on?
Twitch.
I was
Hands
gonna
down.
say, I feel like I know the answer to this question of previous conversations.
Yeah, no, it's just you can't replicate the live chat interaction. You can't
Yeah.
get that in a YouTube comment. You can't get that on any other sort of comments or forums. So
It is always nice to have that that feedback live,
yes.
I mean,
especially
that's
from past YouTube recordings when you've recorded the entire video and your audio sounded rubbish and it's like a 40-minute recording. That
Yeah.
because you don't have
We've all
that
been
live
there.
feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of give up on that project because you don't want to redo the whole thing all over again.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I've done that to multiple.
I started playthrough.
Yeah. That was also the beginning of both of our like recording sort of thing with
It
with two
was, yeah.
people. And like the idea of editing is so difficult, and like I know I can't like I'm okay with editing, but I don't want to do it all the time. I'd rather just
Majority
go live.
of my editing is for glam. I'm not gonna lie. Because there's just a certain spot of editing Glam's clips because they're so fun. Like I do them and she doesn't even ask me to do them. Someone will clip something and I'm like, edit, and I send it and then she watches it on stream and it's always the moment I love about that is watching chat react to it, you know? Like
Mhm.
seeing everyone laugh along with it. And I know I'm going down a completely different route here, but that's yeah, just I
That's
love
how
editing for other
that's
people. Editing for me, I hate hate editing for myself.
I feel like it's easier. Well, I mean, it really depends too. No, especially if you know where you want to go with the editing. Like if you're doing something kind of smaller, like clips, it's easier to figure
Uh-huh.
out what you want to do with the clips. While if you're doing like a full like recording and then doing the YouTube video and doing all that, that's just a lot more work to go through.
Yeah. I feel like also with Andrew saying that he prefers editing your clips, most people don't like to hear themselves. So it's easier editing someone else's clips. I get that.
Yeah.
You know
But
what's
like the thing is, it's not that I don't hate listening to my voice. Like I'm hearing myself now,
Hmm.
but I don't know what it is. Like this is fine, but editing and listening to myself, not what I'm saying, but like past what I've said, I'm just like, nope, can't.
It's even funnier
Why did I
because
say that?
the last time Andrew was editing one of my clips, we were in VC with each other and he was sharing his screen. And I was watching him edit one of my clips and he had to listen to me say the word fuck like
About 8 times in
about
a
8
row.
times in a row just to like get it to the right spot because he was zooming in on a spot, right? So he's just like he'd go back and then like clip something and then you just hear me go fuck and then he goes back and then did it
Oh my God,
again
when-
and then went over and over again.
When
I'm
I
like
put the effects on it, and it was like, fuck.
it was like slow motion and then he started like messing around with it like chipmunk sounds and everything. It was just
The pleasure of editing with Sony Vegas when you move the timeline and it's just the high speed voice and it's beautiful, beautiful.
it was great. It was funny, but at the same time, it was really weird to just keep hearing myself over and over again while I'm just sitting here trying to. I was like typing something out, and then all of a sudden, I just hear myself on the other screen.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next thing I'm gonna ask, because I feel like a lot of people on the platform are either in the middle of this or they're just getting out of this. When you're in a content creation block, do you do anything to get out of it?
I usually do different stuff. So if I'm stuck, like, if I'm not sure what to do with a certain game or a certain theme I'm working with on stream, I just do something completely different because usually that gets me excited to work on something.
Yeah.
And then I hope I can come back to whatever it was and be excited again.
Yeah, because I feel like at the moment, especially 2022, I would say is the biggest, like the most amount of people I've seen on a burnout on Twitch.
Yeah.
Because I feel like last year was just a lot. Like last year on Twitch, I feel like so much happened with the platform. There was so much controversy on the platform. There was so much that Twitch was doing that we weren't maybe so happy about. And then it was just by 2022, it's all like, we're all tired and need a break.
It's also just people streaming straight through the pandemic. Like people putting in more hours than they ever had before. So,
I mean, for sure, because like on my sorry for the last 2 years everyone's been just putting so much effort into Twitch and the last like I don't know the last like 6 or so months I stopped putting so much effort into it for a couple of reasons. One of them is that I'm so busy with whatever I'm doing, and then Two, I'm just like you said, I'm just exhausted from Twitch itself and like trying to keep up with everything. And then like with controversies, it's always so kind of scary to be in a area where you're like, there's controversy. Do I go? Where do I go with this? Do I stay on the platform? Do I back away for a little bit? Like,
And especially at the moment with the whole stuff that's happening on Twitch that we probably won't talk about, but like, I think do you know what I mean when I say that?
nope. You
I
can talk
apparently
about
just
that.
keep my head in the sand.
Oh, okay, I was talking about the whole swatting issue on Twitch at the moment
Oh,
in the US. So
Mhm.
obviously swatting doesn't happen here, but it's like that alone. Like, I would be terrified to stream if I was in the US and that was happening.
In the
Like,
month
that would be.
of it's scary because in the month of June with Pride Month, I was a little scared to have the tag for LGBTQI plus, and I was scared of being swatted because like it's no secret, or not secret. It's not very hard to find out information about certain people, and so like I know that it is possible, but at the same time, it's like if it was to happen to me, like I have a lot of things that are around me that I'd be fine. And so, but I'm still always terrified of something like that happening to not just
Yeah.
me, but to anybody else on the platform, because that's a scary thing.
It is. It's horrific.
Police and the SWAT team literally just come into your house and just they're
Yeah.
like guns ablazing, and you're like, ah, like you can't react or anything. You just have to like
All
literally
because someone
cannot.
wants to get a reaction for some type of stream fails or something like that, you know?
Right. And it's not okay to
It's not.
keep doing that. And
Especially when there's like, because I've like heard recently like under 18 streamers are getting swatted.
yeah.
Like, they're not even
Yeah.
adults yet. And like, that must be such a terrifying thing for them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even adult. I'm like, they'd be like, oh, they're not even an adult yet. And they've just gotten swatted. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
See, and when you were saying that the Twitch issues, I thought you were going to talk about TwitchCon.
oh,
That's what I thought too.
we can get onto that. We can get onto that.
but they came back and they
Yeah.
realized that not a whole lot of people are going to be going if this happens. Then they're like, oh, okay, let's go ahead and so essentially what happened with, if you're hearing this and you don't know what happened with TwitchCon stuff, it's not at TwitchCon because TwitchCon is still another 2 months away. So TwitchCon is happening in San Diego, I think. Yes. And they originally, when they came out with TwitchCon, like saying that they're coming back, they were going to mandate masks and have either a COVID negative, or yes, a negative COVID test, and or a vaccinated vaccination card. Thank you. Either way, you had to be masked if you were indoors. That was what they had pitched to everybody. Everyone's like, awesome, great, fantastic, we'll go. And then they said, guess what? TwitchCon tickets are available. We're not mandating.
Yeah. They
That's
did at
it.
Yeah.
Amsterdam TwitchCon in Europe. You had to
Yeah.
wear a mask at Amsterdam.
Exactly.
TwitchCon,
and
I
then
think.
I'm
I don't know about
sure
that, but
they
I know
did
you
too.
definitely had to have a mask. You definitely had to have had either a COVID vaccine or a negative COVID test.
Right.
I'm
And
not
so
sure about the
then
mask, so.
So then they said that, and then so much happened on Twitter and on streamer Twitter where everyone was like freaking out about it and being like they shouldn't be doing. I mean, obviously for obvious reasons they were freaking out.
Yeah.
And then that's when Twitch realized, oh wait, maybe that was a bad idea, and then they turned it back around and said that you have to have a mask indoors.
But the fact
and
that it took them being called out to realize, here, we're being a little dumb here. You know, like,
It
don't
kind of makes.
say. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it kind of makes you wonder if anyone running TwitchCon has actually been to a convention before.
or
Yes.
heard
I've
about
never
the
been.
conventions.
But you
Like-
always hear about like con flu and stuff like that. After you get back, everyone gets sick because everyone's gross.
Oh, God, you
Um,
should have seen Twitter after TwitchCon Amsterdam. It was just constant COVID positive test pictures.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, I looked, like, the day after it, out of curiosity, I looked up hashtag TwitchCon. the amount of people who were like, I've got COVID. If you came into contact with me at TwitchCon, I'm so sorry. And it's just like, what? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I personally don't think the world's ready for conventions and everything yet.
They've been doing it all year this year. It's been going on, and like I considered it, but because of the timing, I wouldn't be able, because my sister lives close to that area, and I just visited her, and I would love to go back over there, but with her schedule, I wouldn't be able to, the financially,
yeah.
like I don't really think that's a good idea, and like I love my husband, but I would like to go with my sister. I feel like she would be a little bit more like, hey, let's go do this. Hey, let's go do that. While my husband would be like, I don't know, what do you want to do? So like, you kind of need a different,
No.
when you go to places, you have
From
to
seeing
go with
clips
certain
with you and
people.
your sister, yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Sisters before misters. I love it.
Oh, yeah, it's like I'd love to go to TwitchCon, but it's just like I would know no streamers there.
That's another thing. I don't know who's
I would
going
know
at
no
this
streamers.
point.
Like if it came to the UK, then I'm like, oh yeah, go on then. If anyone else is going that I know, then go on then. Might as well. But
Right.
like, I wouldn't just go for the sake of going because it's like I know no big streamers. You know what I mean? I don't watch any big streamers. I think honestly, the largest content creator I watch regularly is you, Crystal. Like,
Every time we mention you, Crystal, your face is just like, ah,
me?
me?
Sorry.
Dear Lord.
I'll mention Tater. So Tater is the largest content creator I watch on the platform. There you go.
Oh wait,
Oh
There
my
you go.
god, that's
Perfect.
perfection.
that
There's
should
the
be
thumbnail. There's the thumbnail. There's the
That's all you
thumbnail.
need in life is him.
Can we actually make that the thumbnail, please?
Please
I'll make it a note.
Oh god. You might, if you want to tell everyone the backstory of Tater, by the way, please go ahead.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. I don't have the picture on my new phone, unfortunately, but Mike sent me a Amazon package by surprise one day, and I knew what it was instantly when I opened it up. He was vacuum sealed in, so he was squished in this way. But I knew what he was because I had seen the listing for him on Amazon, and the reason I knew is because I opened him up butt first, and that's what he looked. So I opened up this package, I just see a vacuum sealed booty, and I'm like, okay, this is my new son, this is my new baby. And then I brought him on stream, and I'm like, all right, chat, name him. And I think someone wanted to name him like Fart or something, like, chat being chat. But we came up with Tater Tot. Tater for short.
That was probably me, by the way.
It probably was.
Probably.
I don't know.
No, I wanted it to be called Hordrew.
Oh.
Like I want everything to be called Hordrew.
But
And
yeah,
then
that was Tater.
then Tater has a sibling.
Yeah, Tater has French fry. Mike, can I have French fry, please?
Like,
It sounds weird to say, but
Can
Oh
I
my
have
god,
French
you
fry?
can't say I just stopped
he's
lying.
on his way. So this is French fry. If you guys have not met him, that's the butt end, and then he
Wait,
just kind of
I have
keeps
one
going.
like that.
And then this is French fry. and then Tater, they are siblings. So
Oh my God.
we're slowly expanding. We'll get more.
I
Oh my
love
god, wait, you
that.
could put French fry in the shelf where there's no like shelves.
Oh, that's an idea.
And then put the keyblade
I
next
will
to it.
later. I will later.
Some peek him out.
For now,
And
he's just
don't
gonna
mention
go
it and see if anyone on stream notices. Everyone here gets it early. Like don't say anything in the
Don't
chat if she
say
doesn't.
anything.
Don't say anything. In the shelves where there's no shelf. If you could
There
see
are
that
no
part of her
shelves.
camera, you'd know what we mean.
Yeah. It is very well hidden right now.
We love that. We
Waha.
love that. Mwahaha. It's like you can't see this end of my camera where there's just like I don't know what's there. There's probably trash there.
That's literally
I'm so
me who's
sorry.
behind me.
I'm
Yes.
just helping her design her room.
My booty isn't small, it's just vacuum sealed.
Oh my god.
I love this.
That's my new
Oh
saying.
my god, that's the best thing I've read all day.
That's amazing.
I think we should start picking a quote for the podcast for like one person's chat message every single podcast episode, and that's the podcast quote of the day. My
Perfect.
booty
love
isn't
that.
small, it's just vacuum sealed. Oh god. I can see Glam screenshotting it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Definitely not.
No,
Oh
you
my
didn't hear the
God.
sound that just came out of my computer.
Oh.
Oh,
Did you hear that?
No.
Dan just said, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I thought he was talking about what we were talking about, so that I was like, wait, is he listening to our... Well, I mean, I'm not being quiet
Oh
about
my
it,
God.
so...
Oh, I shouldn't laugh so much.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right.
Context, I got heartburn right before the podcast, and I'm in pain. I'm fine though. I'm fine. Wow, I have dissociated so much. Wow.
You okay?
we love it.
Yeah, I'm fine. Fine. Anyway, so to get back on track, at least attempt to do you have any plans or goals that you have for your content creation currently?
I'm just enjoying playing new games, to be honest. Just playing a whole bunch of new stuff, finding new communities that I enjoy being in. Short term, I want to get through next Saturday because we have the charity event, and those always make me very anxious.
Right, speaking of that, I'm so
Let me just
upset I'm
get
not
through
here
it.
on Saturday. I'm not here.
Oh.
I can't play the Splatoon.
Why?
I'm going to a family event.
Just say you're not feeling well.
You
I'm
know
so
what? I think
don't
there's
play that
Wi-Fi. I'll
well a
take my
lot.
Switch.
do it.
I'm in a corner, just like, do I?
You're just gonna be like,
Very antisocial.
Don't mind me. I just can't. Oh, now I've ruined my shelves.
Oh no, red too.
So,
with
we can talk
content.
about that actually, if you want the charity streams. When's everyone's charity stream gonna be? So they,
Saturday.
Saturday, Glam?
Sure.
Sure.
I think
Plans.
I think I said Saturday. It could be because I usually only stream on the weekends now, so it might be Saturday, Sunday sort of combo deal, depending on
I
how we
will
do on
be
Saturday.
on Sunday, so I'll be a day late to the party, but it's fine.
It's all good.
Talking about charity events is like something that Andrew and I were talking about at one point was like how, like, personally for me, the way my streams have changed alongside the charity events that I've done. So like I've expanded because the first year of me streaming, of doing any kind of content, I did not touch doing anything for charity because I was scared that no one was going to donate, which
Yeah.
is a very valid reason. But at the same time, if you want to do a charity stream, my opinion is to just do it, even if you don't think that you're going to raise anything, because just by doing something for it, like getting the word out for that charity, is such a big thing. Using your platform for something just slightly bigger is kind of a cool thing, because I found so many cool charities in the last couple of years just because of other people were talking about it and doing a charity for it. I was like, oh, that's a cool charity. I would like to look more into it, and then later I will think about having that as one of the charities that I raise money for. So something that I noticed that I've done is, like, I used to put stickers on my face because that's like one of the most like main things that people do. I've found throughout the couple of years I've been doing it, you can't put stickers on your face, or me personally, because they don't stick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
Yep.
couldn't do it. My face is like a sweat puddle in streams.
I have too much hair. No, like, even if I like shaved it off or whatever, because like I have like fuzz. I have lots of fuzz everywhere on my face. And I've like shaved it off. I've done that little weird thing. So like I can't put them on there. It grows back too fast. So I can't put them on my face. That and the sweat. Whenever I'm like getting like you know, excited about things, I start sweating, and then it just kind of just slides off or peels right off, and you're like, what's the point of putting stickers on your face if they're not gonna stick there?
That's what I ran into too.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't for a charity stream, but for my birthday stream, I had an incentive to put like googly eyes all over. And I found out that one, they don't stick, but two, when I'm nervous, I apparently learn or lose the functionality of being able to take stickers off a thing.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm so sorry, I can't keep up. It was awful.
Do you want to talk about the emote that we have in your mod Discord? Do you not know the one I'm
Oh.
talking about?
Wait, is it the booba one?
Yep.
I had googly eyes on the girls, and I took a picture of in the mirror, and that is a icon in the description. It's a picture that exists. I was wearing a tank top.
I'm gonna
Just
send
to
it to you.
clarify.
Just gonna...
Oh man, that's great.
There you
I
go,
love
Glam.
it. Oh. Oh, now I gotta see it.
I was gonna say, look on your phone. Don't do what
Oh,
you
I'm
did
not
last
doing it
time.
on. No, I'm not doing that. Oh my god, I love it!
I think
Oh.
Rosie asked me to put them there, and I'm like, okay.
Of course it was Rosie. Come on. Why do we keep taking sips of water in synchronization? This is about the third time we went to take a sip of water at the
And
same
we're grabbing
time.
from like, I look like I'm grabbing from your side, and you're grabbing from mine.
Oh,
See,
oh.
we should just.
It looked like you were handing him the water.
Here, do you need this? do you need this?
It's like,
Oh,
yes, thank
And
you.
it's gonna turn into blue. There you go. Oh, my face is hurting from smiling too much. Like, actually, like, sort the face out. Oh. Sorry, I have to
waiting
read
for
this chat
promo.
comment.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
yes, go for it.
That's a clip you can click paper from a SimplyPressStart has eyes on the girls.
Eyes on the girls.
Max, you are making all of the like quote book. We should make a
Mhm.
quote book for the podcast. Let's be real.
I love it.
It's all maxed.
Yeah. Oh God.
Some of the screenshots of the captions and what comes from those as well, because we have a few
Oh my God.
we have a few
they are-
screenshots of the captions.
I mean, I can read one out. Never mind. I'm not going to repeat what the captions.
I
had
was
said.
gonna say, I don't know if you want to for one of them. I know one of them is really bad.
One of them, Crystal will show you after the podcast.
Okay.
Because some of them are really bad, and might get cancelled again. If I
Oh,
could.
I was confused by
Come
the
on,
again part.
I could talk about that, but
Yes, let's talk about that.
if Crystal's okay with it, she is the guest.
No, I'm here for it. Give the
So-
tea.
I got cancelled on
Quotations.
Twitter.
Mhm.
On Twitter once for being a Twitter rascal, whatever the hell that means. About what was I doing? I was making fun of some type of content creators. I wasn't, and
Calling them posh.
with my
or
posh
something.
Titanic arse, my caviar arse, I was apparently making fun of Dutch content creators. So me and the mods went and looked at my VOD. Didn't see anything. Anne called them out, saying, "The hell are you on?" And then they deleted their tweet. So that was my 24 hours of being cancelled on Twitter.
I love
And
that.
no one liked the tweet. So I was cancelled. I think Anne's reply got more likes than the original tweet, so the tweet got ratioed.
Love that. Love that. No,
And that is how I have been cancelled.
I remember
course
that
I was the
happening
first one of-
too.
Us three to get cancelled. And it's another clickbait clip. Hextra speaks out being cancelled for problematic tweets, not clickbait. We should make a podcast clips channel. That could be fun.
That could be cute.
Anyway, sorry, I'm going really off topic. I do apologize. I have like a list of stuff to talk about, and it's just like that list has gone over there.
That's
Like, it's-
honestly, that's how a lot of these kind of things go, though, because it's more of like It's Pirates of the Caribbean quote. It's more like guidelines.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Pirates of the Caribbean, though. Now I want to play Sea of Thieves. Thanks.
Mhm.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh god. Well, do we want to switch into the topic of the podcast? Because I've been putting that off.
oh,
So we're now going to move on to the topic of today's podcast, which is changes through content. Because, in my opinion, since the last time Crystal's been on this podcast to now, in one very main factor, Crystal's content has changed a lot. For one main factor, and let me get that back up. What is the biggest change you've ever made to your content slash online presence? What's the biggest change ever made?
I have two.
I have two. Well, you can talk about two.
I was always family friendly until, was it last year? I don't even remember. Sometime.
I know it was after I got modded, so I want to say
Yeah.
about like November or something like that.
Yeah, it was kind of a big change, and it's funny because the first day I came on, officially not family friendly, not having that tag anymore, my chat just went, "We can swear? Frick!" Like, they
It
they
was
weren't
heck as
used
well.
to
We
it.
can swear. Oh
Heck.
heck! And then I came and went, ah shit.
And part of it was like, wanting to expand my audience a bit and not being as I didn't like the term child friendly because I don't want to cater to children, family friendly, let's say. But also giving my mods a bit of a break and just being like, you guys don't have to like time anyone out for like, swearing a little bit. It's fine. So that was a really big change. And it was really nice. It was really nice being able to just play more mature games without having to put up like 50 warnings and like 50 like
Oh god.
it was like a big
Life is
deal
strange.
anytime. Life is Strange was awful.
I would
For
love
that
to
reason.
see you play Life is Strange now,
Oh,
like
goodness
where
me.
you've changed, like the community and everything has changed in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd love to see you replay Life is Strange at some point, even if it
Yeah.
isn't just Discord to us. I do want to see you play through it again.
Yeah. I probably sob again, but like,
I always sob, and I would be playing it for like the 8th time. So,
Yep. And that is actually something that I really want to do is go through games that I went through when I was family friendly and go through them in a non-family friendly light, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, for example. There's a lot of stuff I want to say during that, but I shouldn't. But I
love
will
that
soon.
game so much.
the sound that just
Just
came out of
Very,
me.
very, very. Oh,
Oh,
I could be so much more if you did it now when you're not family friendly. Oh.
And then the other change was not doing Animal Crossing every single day. Or, not even having it on the schedule anymore, just doing it when I feel like it, which is so nice. It is so nice after so many years. I love Animal
Yeah.
Crossing. It's nice not to have to feel like I need to play this in order to have
Oh,
people
yeah.
come by. So,
Yeah.
for that, has your mental health changed because of the changes that you've made with that?
yes, yeah. In like both
least
a
with, like,
positive and a
content, yeah.
negative.
Of course. I mean, you can't get away from some of the negatives, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the sort of thing where like, I was so happy that I was able to play games that I wanted to play. Not that I didn't want to play Animal Crossing, but like, I had more time for a wider variety of games.
Uh-huh.
And then I found the value in turning off your view count. Because looking over and being like, oh, that's not where it should be, that can get to you. That
The
can get to you.
view
So that's
count.
very off.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like I can turn my view count off. Glammy, do you want to talk about it?
Is he all right?
Is he all right?
I love that. that
Oh my
Anne
God.
just asked. Wait, you guys can hear that?
Mhm.
Dan, be
Oh.
quiet. We're doing a podcast.
Calm yourself. He's playing Fork Knife.
That doesn't
So yes,
surprise me.
he's
That's
fine.
what I sound like when I play Fortnite. Like the thing when I die in Fortnite, the first thing I scream is "touch grass."
It's a fact. It's a literal
Oh,
fact.
God.
So salty when I play that game. It's like, go touch grass, you child.
Another fact is that I had to tell my husband what that meant. So
Oh.
So when I tell you to go touch grass, Glam, and you're like, I can't.
Yeah, I'm allergic.
I'm allergic to
Thanks.
grass.
Same.
I shouldn't play Fortnite. You're right. I shouldn't. But also, I've lost my train of thought once again. Give it a second, and it will come back to me. Give it a second.
We were talking about the mental health with the content
Yes,
creation,
yes,
changing
yes.
that. So something that I kind of wanted to go off about that is that since not the last time, I feel like same for me. When you start, I changed my what is that called? Schedule. There we go. I
Yeah.
used to be, after work, or like I would have my schedule would be all over the place. And then once I got this new job, a job that's literally office hours, I work 7 to 4 Monday through Friday. So I have that, and then I have schoolwork that I've been doing as well, and then putting that into my schedule. I'm like, where's the time for streaming? And it has helped my mental health to be streaming when I'm capable of doing so, which is over the weekend. And then it also has not helped it, because when I go look at my stats and I'm like, oh, I've only streamed 4 times this month. And I used to, and
I
I
can
used
beat
to
you on that one.
Well,
I streamed once in July. Beat that.
well, I mean, compared to what I used to stream too, because like last
God,
year
yeah.
I used to stream, like
You were
3
streaming like almost every
to
day.
5, sometimes 7 days a week. Yeah, I used to stream a
8-hour
lot.
streams each.
No, but yeah, it's close to it. Like I used to stream a lot, and then going from that to going to only on the weekends and streaming between.
Yeah.
I usually like say 3 hours is my minimum, but even then, if I'm not feeling it to that 3-hour mark, I'm okay with stopping.
Yeah. That's the thing. My stream's 2 hours long. I stream for 2 hours. I think 2 hours is longer than your average movie, if we want to go into details like that. And 2 hours, I've tried with 3 hours. I can't do it. 2 hours is like my nice point, because it's like I get to an hour in, I take a quick break, then I do the second half of stream. It's like part 1, part 2, and it just works, because I know like you both can go for like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. Like I can't. Like the next long stream that I'll do is Splatoon 3 release day. However, it's like that's like always like a one-off thing. I don't mind doing one-offs, but to regularly stream for like 3, 4 hours at a time, that's so daunting to me, and it's just like I get so tired so easily. And yeah, I guess that big change for me was accepting that 2 hours is okay. That's an okay time to be live. Don't just because everyone else is doing 6, 7 hour streams doesn't mean you have to,
Correct.
And
Yeah.
I also think, because there was a period where I was family friendly on Twitch back in 2020, and then Glam made me change not to family friendly. So that was a big change for me.
You're making me sound like
And-
a bad influence. I'm just saying.
I mean, but no, it really did help for the better, because it was around the time I was streaming Dead by Daylight, and Glam was like, "You can't be family friendly if you're streaming Dead by Daylight. By the way, you physically can't." And I'm like, "Yeah." So are you now? Are you now not family friendly? Yeah. But the thing is, for my stream, I don't have an age rating. As long as you're old enough to be on Twitch, and you're okay with some time mature topics, then that's fine. Just don't talk about your age. That's how I do it. I don't bother with it, because I would just get so stressed out with being like, that person could possibly be under that age. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just like, yeah, I don't care. As long as you vibe, then yeah, don't care.
Yeah,
Because
I
I
think
believe that there can be like sometimes I feel like sometimes like a 14-year-old can be so much more mature than like a 22-year-old. Do you know what I mean?
absolutely, yeah.
Like Glam your face.
Sorry.
I was totally not referring. Yeah, just in instances like that. Glam, are you all right?
Yep, totally. I'm great.
You sure?
Yep.
So that's my I guess my big change. I guess another big change for me is just trying to actually stream. because 2020 I was streaming every day. Like I was streaming every day. There was it was like I streamed every day for like 3-4 months, and then I started taking Wednesdays off, and then that was all the way up until the end of the year. Then 2021 hit. I streamed in total like 37 times in the entire of 2021, so barely a month's worth of content. And it's just like 2021 was such a mentally bad year for me because I drained myself so much in 2020. It was just like, I need a break. And now coming back, like just starting to come back with the camera. Because
Yeah.
I still can't believe, oh, why have I not talked about that? That's my biggest change.
Because it feels like
You're
forever.
so used to it.
I
Yeah.
am. That's the thing. I'm so used to it. Coming back with a camera has been a big change, but it's also like it feels like the normal. Like I can't remember a time where I wasn't on camera, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Glam said recently, I think, like I still can't believe I'm seeing your face, you know.
Mhm.
And it's like to me, it's like I've always had my face, but I haven't.
I've
But
always
yeah,
had my
recently coming
face.
back in like around June, July, like June was I started to like I'm starting to get better with content. I'm starting to have a schedule, and it's like slowly getting to where I want to be, you know.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the big changes for me. Sorry. Don't read the chat while podcasting, Jesus.
See, now you see why I said we don't talk to the chat during the podcast. Is because stuff like this happens. There's a
Such
reason I
trauma
have
we
this whole
can't get
thing.
over. I guess I'll just go now. Oh, that messed with my lighting for a second there. I was like, oh, what have I done? Oh, God. Anyway, sorry. Getting back on topic. I guess you kind of answered this in the first one, but I don't know if there's anything you want to add. I also was going to ask, how has it affected your stream and the audience? I don't know if there's anything you want to add to that, or maybe...
It's just, it's nice to meet new people, bring new people in. Have maybe more interactions with people than I would have had otherwise, because people were very, in terms of family friendly, very cautious about what
Yeah.
they'd say, which I think to a certain degree you should be.
Oh, God, yeah.
Right?
That's
But
me.
it's nice to be able to talk to people, and even like off stream, people would come to me, and like the way they might speak to me would be very different than what I would expect almost. They'd be very like nervous
Yeah.
to say anything wrong, and I'm like, I promise, I swear off stream, I promise I'm a normal person. I'm not just like
the amount of times I said to chat, can confirm she swears off stream.
yeah.
Like,
Can confirm, like, I get angry at Dead by Daylight and
and
all
it's,
those
do you know
fun
what it
things.
is for me? It's like sometimes like you still get people in your chat being like, "Oh my God, she swears." I'm like, "Well, she is an adult." You know,
My
she is
favorite is the comments on like 7-year-old videos being like, you swore, and it's like, yes.
yes.
You
And-
swore.
7-year-old video. What do you want me to do about it at this moment? Do you want me to fix it?
Just go into the YouTube studio editor and cut it out.
I do want to mention that one of my first interactions with you, Crystal, when I first got onto Twitch. This was pre me understanding Twitch at all. Like I didn't know etiquette. I didn't know what I was supposed to be saying. I didn't know the things that I wasn't supposed to be saying, or being like, I was thinking about doing this, like doing the whole give me tips streamer sort of thing. And that's what it was. I was like, oh, I thought about streaming one time, but like I don't think I could, because then I'd be swearing a lot, because the only person I had ever watched was you, and you're family friendly at the time. And so I said that, and then you're like, oh no, you're fine. Have you not heard of Misha Crossing and this one and this one? And you like gave a couple. I was like, no. And so I started looking these people up. I'm like, wait, so I can swear on Twitch? Okay, because I thought you weren't allowed to, because all the other stuff I've seen was YouTube, and on YouTube they're a lot more stricter with like partners doing certain things, and like having like to do anyway.
That yellow demonetization symbol.
Exactly. So when I found that out, I was like, oh, okay, so then I can stream, because when I'm on stream, I try not to put as much of a face on. Back then, I did put a face on, but not as much as I do or not as much as I could have if I had to go family friendly. If I had to go family friendly, I don't think that this would have lasted, quite
Can we talk
honestly.
about the time when someone redeemed can't swear for a minute? And Glam's chat
I
proceeded to go, no swearing, no swearing, no swearing. 3 seconds later, fuck.
I was saying no swearing so I could remind myself not to swear, and then I missed a skill check on Dead by Daylight. I mean, what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly, I don't
just,
blame you with that.
I can't not be that way, because it's just how, in a way, it's kind of how I grew up too, is that my family has been a family of like people that are just kind of like my parents, essentially, my immediate family. We're always very like open with things, and we would just say whatever, like my parents would say it, but I wasn't allowed to swear. My mom was like, that's a big people word, you can say that word when you're a big people, and I was a big people when I was 18. Now the first time I swore in front of my mother, she got excited. She's like, oh, my baby, she's so growing up, look, you said fuck, and I'm like,
Your mom is iconic. Let's be real.
and I was 18, so teenager me was like, I literally looked at her and I was like, and now you're making me not want to swear. And then she's like, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll let you. Okay, I won't say anything. And so I was like, in a way, saying that she was embarrassing me. I'm like, Mom, you're embarrassing me. I'm 18 years old now. I can swear, so you can stop getting all excited about whose mom gets excited about their child swearing. Well, anyway, so now
I'm from the northeast of England. What do you expect?
So now that's how it is in our household. My sister and I both, we're both very much adults out of the house. We'll come over to to put it in reference, our group chat of my mom, my sister, and I is called Bougie Bitches.
Oh.
That's great. I love that group chat name.
It's great. I love it. So, yeah, going family friendly for me was never an option. I could never try. I don't have. When I go into family friendly chats, it's very hard for me to. Like, I'll be typing, and then I'm like rereading the message, and then I have to like be like, okay, should I could fix this.
Yeah.
That was the other thing I didn't want, was people coming in and feeling like they couldn't say what they wanted to say, as long as they weren't like, being rude to someone else.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. You allowed mild swearing in your Discord server, didn't you?
Always, from the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like your Discord was PG-13, wasn't it? It wasn't family-friendly Discord.
Yeah.
Which, obviously it makes sense for Discord, you know what I mean? Like,
we weren't going to monitor it all. That was the long and short of it. It was just like, just be nice to each other.
Yeah.
Don't kill anyone. Be good.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sorry, my microphone's annoying me. Honestly, I think with the whole family friendly thing is it's so hard to be family friendly nowadays because of all the new games coming out, and it's like I praise the people who can still be family friendly. I physically can't be family friendly anymore. If I really have to, I can try, but the amount of times like I slip up, or like also telling chat to be family friendly is like, especially if they're used to a non-family friendly environment, it's like, I don't know, it's like a weird gray cloud, like. Where do I go from here?
I don't really know what it was, but I don't really feel like I ever had to try. It just was there always. And I didn't really think, I never used to think of Twitch as a job before it was my job. I still don't really think of it as a job when I probably should. But I always was just able to flip my brain and be like, it's time to not swear. Even though I swear a lot IRL. It was never an issue.
You should hear us when we're playing Saints Row.
Yeah. To the point where my old job before I quit full time to go stream was a dispatcher or a track and trace person for a trucking company. They swear a lot. Truckers will swear a lot. Dispatch will swear a lot. Everyone swears a lot. They're swearing and yelling over the phone. Everyone's being friendly, but they were just swearing at everyone else.
Yeah.
I never got into that, even while working there. I couldn't do it because I'm like, no, I'm at work. It's work mode, you know. So
Oh yeah, I get that. I get that completely. I wish I was like that where I knew how to switch it off. I do for stream because I don't really on stream, but like, every other word that comes out of me is a swear.
I can turn it off when I'm at work, kind of. It really depends, but I also like I have the trucker atmosphere because I work at a cold storage warehouse, and so like we have the truck drivers come in and check in, and I have to give them a dock number. Well, they have to have certain numbers to like make sure that it matches on my schedule that I have. And so then I'll tell them, hey, can you tell me this number? And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. And then they'll tell me all the numbers that they have. And I'm like, oh, you're missing one. It starts with these numbers. Call your dispatch. And they're like, okay. So they'll call their dispatch. And my favorite part is what they'll do is they'll put it on speakerphone and put it right in front of them. So that way I'm hearing what they're saying and they don't have to repeat anything. So then he goes ahead and says, hey, they don't have they say that I need this extra number. And they're like, well, okay, what does the number start with? They tell them the number that it starts with. And they're like, well, that's not supposed to be going until next week. And they're like, okay, this other number that they have is supposed to be picked up at another location. And they're looking at the phone, and their dispatch says, those motherfuckers. And then I just looked at him and then looked behind me at my manager, was like, I don't think they know they're on speakerphone. Like that, I could hear that. I mean, it's fine that I could hear it, but I was not quite expecting that. So
yeah.
I mean, can't say I've ever had that happen before. You know, can't say that.
I'm like, I don't know if you're talking to me about that, if you're calling me a motherfucker, or if you're talking about the customer as a motherfucker. So like,
Oh,
he said, "Oh fuck," at the same time as
how
me
dare
saying
you?
everything.
How dare you? Family friendly podcast.
There was fire involved.
Oh,
Oh.
It's Fortnite. They blew something up.
doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all.
Same.
So for my last question, but I'm sure I'll be able to come up with more as we go on. What would be? No, this isn't my last question. I lied. I'm an idiot. My second to last question is: have you ever thought of going back on your content change? Is there any moments where you like miss streaming Animal Crossing on a schedule or miss being family friendly?
I don't necessarily miss family friendly at all. I don't like, even to this day, you know, if you come in, you might hear me swear a little bit, but I still don't really feel the need to often unless something really crazy happens. And I'm fine with whatever chat wants to say. It doesn't bug me. But for like Animal Crossing and how my content has changed that way, I don't really miss streaming that every day. I don't really miss being like, what am I gonna do today in this game that you're meant to play for like maybe an hour max? I'm just calling it out right now. Maybe meant to play for like an hour max each day, maybe. And being like, mods, what do I do? I don't miss that. I might miss, you know, some of the people who I met through it who like, you know, aren't so interested in watching other content. But you know, maybe they'll come in for something else. So
Yeah, that's the thing. Also, they always demand for ACNL.
it's become a bit of a thing now.
It's become
like,
a joke
I don't even want to hear
for like
it.
the regulars to joke about, like ACNL when. But the amount of times I've seen you get a YouTube comment being like, when are you gonna play ACNL again? It's not like you already have 3 playthroughs.
Yeah, right.
Literally.
You know?
I've had a couple people come in like this last week, and I don't know if they were coming in from somewhere specific. I don't know if they knew each other. I don't know if it was the same person with multiple accounts. But it was the same thing of like, so when's Animal Crossing coming back? And it's like, when there's stuff to do.
Never if you keep asking.
When they're Dodo code though. Yeah, when there's stuff to do. Or when I have the feeling like it kind of goes into what you guys were both talking about earlier with, you know, finding a comfortable schedule, finding how long you want to stream for. For me, it's finding what I want to play because I'm a really big believer. If you don't want to be there, if you don't want to be playing something, people can tell.
It's
Oh God,
literally me
yeah.
right now because like I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna be playing tomorrow, all week. Like all week this week is me trying to plan out what am I going to play on Sunday, and
Yeah.
then I'm like, okay, well I've got this game and I just bought this game, but I've also been kind of wanting to play that game. I was like, do I really want to play Dead by Daylight again? And I'm like going over like the 20 games that I could potentially be playing.
Yeah. That's the thing with deciding games. I usually just get Red and Ant to decide what games I'm gonna stream. I'm not gonna lie. I just bug them being like, what am I gonna play today? Like yesterday, I went through phases of gonna play 3 different games. Like it was 3 different games. I finally settled on Pokemon Snap, like the old one. And then Anne was like, well, let's go. I was like, go on then. And then I had a blast with Let's Go Pikachu yesterday. It's so much fun. That game is so
So
adorable.
cute.
I know, I love it. I love it. And I picked out my first ever Pokemon team, and I'm very excited to continue playing. Like it's like I want to play it now, and it's just like I need to resist the urge to play.
Resist the
There was Mario in
urge.
between there too. There was Terraria. That was gonna be. That was
Mhm.
gonna be. There was something else as well. Like I was just going through Animal Crossing. Like I was going through all of them, and
Exactly,
it's like,
trying to find that balance, finding what you want to play, finding what you want to do is
yeah,
can be a lot.
Yeah. I
a
feel
farming sim.
like Andrew's really is in the right direction, just incorporating your community, being like, hey, I feel like playing these. What do you guys think? Like, because
Yeah.
you're getting people's interest, you're gauging interactions. So,
Uh-huh. Sorry, I was a bit too bright. Um, but yeah, that's the thing. Like, I have a tendency to be like, okay, chat, what do you want to watch? What do you want to see? Because I'm not gonna sit here and play something that you guys aren't gonna enjoy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's not how I do it. Like, yes, I do want to eventually start a Story of Seasons game, but it's like I want to work out which one chat wants to watch. Do you know what I mean? Because
yeah.
my
Polls are
vote
fun
goes
for
to A
that.
Wonderful Life or Friends of Middletown. That's where my vote goes. However, I don't know if that's what chat specifically wants to see, and I want to be able to tailor the streams to chat in a way. Do you know what I mean?
When you already
I
know
think
what you want to
there's,
play, but like have only a few options, and then having them do the poll and like voting on
Oh, I
it.
love doing polls to let chat
yes.
decide. Love doing a good old poll. I still owe chat Link's Awakening.
Oh.
I still owe chat a KFC dating sim stream from a year and a half ago from a charity stream.
I'm not gonna even talk about the things that I owe chat.
Oh, I thought I was bad for owing a tattoo from March.
You also owe us purple hair. Or
I
did you
did
do
do
the
it
purple?
purple. I did
Did you
do it
do the
purple.
purple hair?
Yeah, it came out black.
Oh yeah, I
It was
remember
a
that.
very short amount of time. We
I
washed that
owe
out real quick.
I owe Anne Ocarina of Time. That became a running joke.
I'm still
The
supposed to.
Ocarina.
I'm still
The
supposed
Ocarina
to
of Time.
dye my eyebrows and armpit hair.
Oh.
I haven't done it yet.
That'll be so fun though.
It's just so much effort because then I have to bleach it all. Because if I don't bleach it, it's not
Yeah.
gonna do anything. So then I have to like bleach my hair and then be like this for a solid 20 minutes while it bleaches. And also
What a
itchy
pause.
armpits. Who wants itchy armpits? So then I have to like, that's a lot.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, honestly. I know like Arena of Time has become such a joke to me because it's a playthrough I started and then got scared at the spider dungeon, got Anne to get through the spider dungeon for me, and then I never continue. Yes, that is no joke. I sent my stream save file of Ocarina of Time to Anne to get through the first Deku Tree dungeon because of the spiders.
That's
And then I
amazing.
did it again and I got it through by myself. But I have such a huge fear. Not scared of spiders IRL. They don't really bother me. They do, like I'm scared of them, but I'm more scared of spiders in video games because of the animations that they get and the fact that they'll just come swooping down in your face. Nah, I can't.
No.
Nope. Can't with spiders in video games.
It's even funnier because that's on my list of a couple of games that I want to add to my.
I
My
will
list.
respectfully look away when you do that dungeon.
I was gonna say I also have overlays ready for OG Ocarina of Time because I've never played through that one.
Why are you
I
all
got them
playing that
ready.
game? Why?
I also have. Wait, let me see.
Now I kind of want to play Arena of Time. Wait, and don't take that out of context. Don't take that out of context. I'm just kidding.
What about Scrim?
What about what? Sorry.
Mike and I say Skyrim Scrim.
Scrim.
I don't know why.
Scrim.
I have.
Oh, Skyward Sword.
It's still in the plastic.
Oh
I
no!
haven't taken it out of the plastic yet. So that was also on my list.
There it is too.
And
Is yours still in the plastic too?
Oh dear.
Mine isn't.
I'm
However,
honest.
I don't play Zelda games at all. It's just not really my thing. However, when I eventually get the case off them, I still bought the Zelda Joy-Con.
They are really pretty.
They
They
are.
like, look at those colors, and you can't
Mhm.
tell me like. And then I also have these on them, which turn them into look like the Let's Go Joy-Con.
Oh.
Like yesterday on stream, Anne thought I had the Let's Go Joy-Con.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not from very up close because you can see, but like from far away, they look like the Let's Go Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
So I beat you on the Skyward Sword one. I own the game and the Joy-Cons, and I haven't even opened. I don't think I opened. Like, I think I put the game in my Switch, but didn't open it.
I didn't even put it. It's still in the plastic. My husband bought it for me, and he's like, "Here, I bought this for you." I'm like, "Great, I'll play it someday."
Sorry, I saw chat mention my Halloween.
You can
It's always
decorate for
Halloween
Halloween.
somewhere.
You can decorate for Halloween whenever the fuck you feel like it.
Okay, but my community like things is like pumpkins. Like my icon badges are
Oh, wait,
different
not
stages of
sub-badges, 'cause you don't have sub-badges.
the Jack pumpkins. Like, so it kind of fits in a way, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna go put these back on charge.
Oh, I love it. No, like seriously, I'm excited for October.
Yeah, same here. I was just thinking though, I love Skyward Sword, so everyone should play it. It was a lot of fun. But I will always associate it with getting my first or second COVID shot. I think it was the second one that made you feel like crap. Because I got it that day. I went home. I don't think I touched it. I woke up the next morning feeling like crap. So I'm sitting there being like, okay, I'm using motion control. I was dying.
Oh god.
It was not attractive.
I refused to play Skyward Sword because Anne told me there was a big spider.
There are, but they're not that bad. I feel like they're better than the Ocarina of Time ones, personally.
Because the thing is, with my 3DS games are upscaled. So seeing that spider in my face upscaled, safe to say I turned the upscaling off for Ocarina of Time. I was just like, no, I think I can deal with it if you're a bit more pixelated. Oh god, but yeah, that's a whole can of worms. So my last question, and I promise this is the last one. What would be your advice to someone who is wanting to change things up on their stream?
It's almost the same advice I give for people who want to start streaming, because it is in a way a start of something new. And now I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head. Former High School Musical kid.
Oh god.
Yes. I know exactly where you were going with it.
Right. I was thinking about it mid-sentence. I'm like, how am I gonna say this differently? But like, if there's something different you want to play and you don't think your community's gonna like it, just play it. Just play it, because I feel like if you are passionate about a game, it is infectious and people get really invested in seeing someone do something that they really want to do, if that's how you want to change your content. I feel like that's my best answer. Like, if you want to change yourself, I love how they're just singing in chat.
I was gonna say, please mention it, because I'm out here dying. For those of you who can't see the chat right now and watching on YouTube, chat is currently singing High School Musical. So if you come over and watch these podcasts live, you'll be able to see funny moments like this.
Mhm.
Twitch.tv/FearFamTalks. Follow us now.
No, she's aggressive.
Anyway, I'm sorry for interrupting. Continue.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's pretty much all I have to say. Is just do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Yeah. I'm not
I've
going to because
never
I'll hurt.
actually seen that video with sound, by the way, so I don't know what he sounds like.
Oh,
I just
my
always
God.
just go, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah, he sounds like that. Just do it.
do it.
Sounds like Shia
Oh.
LaBeouf.
Maybe that's what he sounds like. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
no,
God.
I agree because I did that because I was playing Animal Crossing when it first came out for like 6 months straight. It was the only thing I was playing, and then I started playing Dead by Daylight, which is a huge turn from Animal Crossing.
But is it though?
Well,
Because there's such a correlation of the Animal Crossing community and the Dead by Daylight community.
For
They
some
link
reason.
so well. It's unbelievable.
but also it makes sense because most of these people also are the type of people that would walk around with the net going up to their villagers
It's true.
and whacking them. So I see one of my villagers going ahead and doing the little thought bubble. They're like, I'm thinking about moving, and I'm like, bonk, no you're not. Just
It's like
kidding.
we get to show our like gruesome side when we all play Dead by Daylight, from going from being Animal Crossing to Dead by Daylight. Like I did the
Exactly.
same thing. I went from Animal Crossing to Hex Andrew. You know what I mean? It's like
Right?
that was actually the change. It was Andrew Crossing to Hex Andrew, I think. I don't know.
New
Mm.
headcanon just suddenly popped into my head. All the survivors are living in this little area with the killer, and they're all just trying to leave, but the killer's like, no, stay, friend, stay. And
It is Animal Crossing.
it is Animal Crossing. You don't want that Claudette to move off your island, so you put them on a hook,
That
Oh.
makes
and you
it
whack
even
them a
better.
couple times, but not with a net.
The fact that
Poor
you use
Claudette.
Claudette too, because that is how like part of the dating sim that happened with DVD. One of the,
Oh, yeah.
it has.
I haven't
Claudette
seen
in
any of
it.
that yet.
Oh my God.
It is. It's a lot. It's a lot of reading. Like a lot of reading.
I would have been so. It was a great game. I loved it. It was perfect. It was. I loved the storyline, of what it was, but it was so much reading on stream. So like doing it on stream was a lot. Like to the point where like I was talking so much that I had to get off of stream, go lay down, and like chug even more water than I had initially, and
Yeah.
then I could go back to my computer and message somebody and be like, okay, we can go ahead and play games now. I have a voice again. Like I have.
Usually
I've, yeah. I think it was you, but yeah, like my throat just hurt from all the talking that I did from all the reading.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
But no, it is a chaotic
It was
game, and I
great,
would
though.
recommend you try it out if you can. Glad may have bought the game for me.
I forgot about that already. I was buying it
Yeah.
at the time. I was like, oh, it's only $10. Let me go buy it. And then Andrew's like, oh, I thought it was free. I was like, nope, it's not. And then I think you said something. I was thinking about buying. I was like, oh, you might want to refresh your page.
And then I suddenly hear the little dling on Steam, and I'm just like, why have you done this?
I want visual audiobooks. That is very. I was kind of hoping that they would have a little bit of narration to it. I can see why they wouldn't, because most dating sims, especially ones that are like lower price, or no price at all, just have like the normal like audio cues of people. But I feel like it would have just given that a little bit extra if they did have
Yeah.
the.
Mhm.
For sure.
I'd
So
probably
good
be
game, though.
simping for the characters a little bit more.
I don't know. You were simping for Spirit quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about. Did you see her?
It started off with Huntress, and then Huntress turned into a bit of a bitch, and then
She was kind of being. She wanted to do so much exercise. She wanted to go play volleyball, and I'm like, I just want to go lay on the lounge chair with Spirit. It sounds a lot better.
did they not even make Animal Crossing noises? No,
I don't think so.
No.
No,
they didn't even make their killer noises like they make.
no.
The lack of Huntress lullaby was upsetting.
Just
And they would have
was
been
it the
able
clown
to.
that giggles? One of them laughs to himself. I don't remember who it is, but maybe it's not the clown.
Or Myers with his staring at you.
Okay. Can we
That's
have a story time?
terrifying. Yes, let's hear it.
There's 2 story times like this because you need to talk about Pig as well.
Oh god. Okay, so more recently we did a Dead by Daylight tournament in Club Tortimer. That was a lot of fun. It was my very first time doing anything like that. So Andrew and myself were practicing for a couple days beforehand. Neither of us escaped any of those matches except for once when Andrew shoved Jane's booty down the trap thing, the trap door. So we go into this one match, and I think there were 3 of us, if not 2 of us, working on this generator. And I'm like, I kind of had this moment. I'm like, it's very quiet. You know, there's no one nearby. And I have this habit of flicking my camera all around while we're playing. And I turn, and it takes me a second to register that Mike Myers is just standing there, staring. And like, I had this brief second of like, oh dear. And then I ran, and I'm screaming, and
I was very alarmed. I was just like, hello?
I think
it was, I don't know why that's scarier than being chased, just being watched.
because
Yeah.
it is scary. That's literally quite actually like IRL. That's one of my kind of fears is like looking out a window and seeing somebody standing there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
Yeah.
so like I understand where that comes from
Don't mind
because whenever we're
curtains, don't mind
playing
curtains, shut them
because when we're playing
dark out there.
when we're playing Dead by Daylight, and I do the same thing. I'll move around the camera trying to see if there's anybody around because I'm scared I'm gonna see a Myers. And it's so funny when you're just standing there, you're looking all around, and you have like a certain pattern you're doing. You go dink, 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 okay, and then
Yeah.
you come back this way, and then he's just standing there, like
Yeah.
not moving
It's,
towards
like, the
you. He
worst.
just comes out of nowhere, and he's just standing there, just, and you're like, where did you come from?
Oh my god.
And then the other thing, and I think this was my scary, like just the scariest match of Dead by Daylight ever for me. It wasn't even my first match. I was playing with Andrew and Max, and I think Ark was with us as well. And we go onto this map, and again, I was like, it's very quiet. Like, where's the killer? And I think I'm wandering around the edge looking for a generator, and I find the killer. It's the pig lady. And she's crouched down in a corner, staring at the corner. And that, for some reason, scared me more than anything else. So I immediately run back and tell the others, even though I didn't need to run because I'm over voice chat with them. But still. And they go back and they're like, oh, it's a bot killer. It's just gonna sit there. It's just a bot. So we had fun exploring the map. Like, you know, we were racking up all the points and stuff like that. And I think we were getting ready to leave. I believe it was Max went back and said, guys, the killer's not there anymore. I have never yeeted myself out of a map so quickly.
Who was it
I
that
was
went on a
like,
hunt
no.
to find them? Was it me or Ark, or was it both of us who went on
I
a
don't
hunt?
remember. I just left. I was like, no, can't deal with that.
I think
Can't
I
deal
slightly
with
remember
that.
going on a hunt for the killer, but it was just like they would just gone. Like, oh.
It was like a spider, yeah. It was just I could not.
And after that, I stopped maining Pig as my killer because that was my main killer. I was just like, yeah, we're gonna change that to Wraith now. We're just gonna do a little bing bong switcheroo.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's funny because like it like Anne said, it's like a spider because it's like it's there and then you take your eyes off of it and now it's gone. Where'd it
Yeah.
go?
oh
Who
god,
knows?
yeah. Speaking of spider, and I know it's off topic, but it kind of is because I mentioned spider. I lifted up my bed today, and
Oh,
I
no.
saw under my bed a spider about this big.
Ugh.
And I'm like, that could have crawled into my bed. That could have been in my bed.
In your
You
bed.
were sharing your bed with a
that's-
spider. It
that's-
didn't even ask you out for dinner first.
No.
Yeah, and it's just like I have never so quickly Like I've never like I literally picked up my bed, make sure there was no cats, and then threw it towards the door. I was like, get out. That could have been in your mind, in my mouth.
your
Yeah, it could have
mind,
been.
too.
It could have been crawling on my face for all I know. Like, I was very, 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 very not okay after that.
He's trying to spook me.
I was just gonna say hand.
There was just a hand behind me, and I'm like,
That's why
that's
I was like, I know exactly what he's trying to do here, so I'm gonna keep quiet.
I was making a face going, hand.
Sorry, I know chat can't see this, but I've just noticed French fry. in the
Oh
bottom
yeah, you
corner.
guys can still see French fry over here.
He's just
I'll
like,
just bring him back. We'll just have
he's
a
just
little
like,
sip.
I'm trying to get him to fit in my food. I'm like, there you go. This is ridiculous. Me and my family photo. Oh, family Christmas card. Oh, you should do that this Christmas.
Sudden ideas. Just have Ollie somewhere in there, just looking
Put
like
him
a
on your head.
gremlin. I want it.
I love
Oh, someone make a note of that somewhere so we don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. So that concludes all my questions that I had wrote out about the topic. I don't know if there's anything Glam wanted to ask, anything you wanted to add, Crystal. Just what? Oh, I've just thrown something.
it. We can switch on over to the Q&A section now.
Yes,
so
because
if
I've-
Chad has questions, you could go ahead and
Yeah,
ask them now.
I've seen a few questions go through the chat while. Sorry, my mouse cable's really tight, so I'm like pulling out the cable because it's like I can't move my mouse. I saw a few questions like as we were doing the podcast. If you just want to repost them, if anyone had any questions, we will eventually set up something proper for this. This is the third episode where we originally were going to set up a Google form. But sudden void.
Don't mind that. It's warm in here.
Just remember when your desk used to be over there and you had your curtains open. It was just
I
void.
was no longer there. I'm far too pale to do that.
That was
So
what
Queen-
what the stream looked like before when the last year when I had you on the podcast. You had the light on you because we had it in the middle of the day.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Like-
know how to set up my lighting properly.
If I turn
Yeah.
that light off, I just go very, very blue. Actually, this isn't that bad. It could be a lot worse. Oh,
Oh, dear
Sorry.
Lord.
getting there. I got a new light recently, and I'm still learning how to use it.
The mood.
That's a problem I need to solve out. That glare on that box over there. But that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So Queen Claire asked, "How do you feel about the new Twitch tag system?" And I have a lot to say on it. So I'll let you
I was
go first.
gonna say I have words about that.
I mean,
So-
I would have been fine if they had left the existing tag system in because it
Yes,
was structured.
Yes.
And then let us add new tags. Because right now, I don't know what to search because I don't know what people could have possibly written. You
Yeah.
know?
That's the thing.
Go ahead, sorry.
I just, you know what also bothers me about the tags? You can't put spaces in them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
it's supposed to
weird.
be kind of like hashtags almost, right? Because
Mhm.
that's how you
I
would.
don't like it.
It's very similar to
like,
the hashtag system.
I got
which,
so
like,
thrown off yesterday when I was like putting my tags. I was like, okay, where's the preset of casual and first playthrough? And I'm like, I have to type it. So I put the spaces in, and then I saved it, and it was just like no space. And I'm like, come on. You know,
mhm.
I don't like the new Twitch tag system because I think it also allows for possible hostile tags. You know, I don't know if there's any filtering on it.
There
probably
is,
isn't. Is
but
there?
I've seen some things that are allowed through, and then some things that aren't that don't really make sense, and it's like it's
Like
not very well
Pokemon's naming system.
done.
I
me start on that.
I like it for the fact that when I'm doing my bullet journal streams, I could put bullet journal in there now, and like if someone
Yeah.
was looking for specifically bullet journaling, they could
Yeah.
see that.
Oh, I like that.
And paper crafting stuff like that, like they are able to look for something more specifically towards that. So the downside to it, like you guys were saying, is that like it gives us more to have like people like be looking for something specific. It's harder to find something specific. You have to type it all out, and it makes
Yeah.
it a little bit harder. He's a sleepy boy.
Before the podcast, I actually put in custom tags. So I put a podcast tag on, and then I was just like, what if I just put Fairfam Talks as a tag
Mhm.
to see what happens? So I don't know if it's done anything for interaction or engagement or
It
algorithm.
probably didn't do anything for interaction, but it makes it easier if someone was just to type in FaFam Talks in any kind of sort of way into their
Yeah.
thing, that ours would pop up.
Yeah.
It could also be handy for you too, especially because you both have your own separate channels. You could probably put your own usernames in that
As a
for the
tag.
FaFam Talk stuff, right?
I'm
And
gonna
then
do
maybe
that
you
now.
might come up if you search for,
That's smart. I'm gonna do that now, actually, before I forget. I'll put
It
you
just
on there
suddenly
as
dawned on me.
well.
I'm like, that's actually handy.
But other than that, like there's a few reasons why it's good, but there's also quite a few reasons why it could be bad or not useful. I really do miss what you were saying too, is having the old system as well, where it's already preset, because I had to go through and then remember all the things that I had on there. So like I had like plus size, mental health, and then LGBTQIA plus, and then I had to like type all that out, and then
Do you know what it also seems like?
Mm.
Such a stab in the back for all those people who tried so hard to get certain tags added to Twitch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how long it took Twitch to add the plus size tag, add
Mhm.
all the different sexuality tags. A month later, you can add whatever tag you want. It all
Yeah.
seemed like just a pointless waste of time if we knew we were going to get this. Like, I feel like the solution to the tag situation, they should have implemented this years ago. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because it's like, okay, you all keep asking for different tags. Why don't we just let you put your own tags on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does feel like, well, you guys keep asking, so let's just let you guys do it.
Yeah.
I think they
Do
really
our
should have
job.
stuck with a bit of half and half, and then maybe like if they saw a certain tag being used that they didn't already have, they could add it as an official one.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, like take
No,
the
yeah, I get that.
the numbers.
Yeah, like have a look how many people are using that tag,
Hmm.
I actually have a question, and I've asked this to Glam and Banana when we had her on. What is your favorite game if you had to pick one? And then a new one, what is your least favorite game you've ever played? And if you
I
need
don't
time
There's
to
even
a
remember
think.
what my
game
answer
called
was.
Eternal Edge on the Switch.
Uh-huh.
That was my lesson in check reviews before you buy games on the Switch. It's
Oh.
not good. We do not discuss such things.
Uh-huh.
I don't really have a least favorite aside from that. If a game's not for me, it's not for me, but that one I wasted money on and I regret it. Favorite? Kingdom Hearts 2? Final Fantasy 7?
I was gonna say,
I
know
can't
the
just
answer
answer
here.
one.
If you had to pick one to play, but
Wonderful
the
life.
only game you could ever play, though, that's another question. If you had to pick one game you could only ever play.
See, it wouldn't be the same answer. It would no longer be those two. I would choose like a big MMO. I'd probably play Final
Oh,
Fantasy 14 because like if I can only play one game, I want a game that's gonna last me a very long time.
yeah. For me, it would be Minecraft. If I had to play one
Yeah,
game.
Minecraft is another one of those
Yeah.
games.
So for
You-
me, favorite game of all time is Minecraft. I love that game to pieces. Love it to death. Least favorite game? I know what my least favorite game is, but I can't for the life of me think of what it is. I know I have one, but I can't think of one. So Glam, if you want to answer your least favorite game first.
I don't even remember what I said the last time you asked this
For a while, it
question.
used to be Stardew.
Oh yeah, that's what
I
you.
used
I
to
think that's what you said
hate
the last
Stardew.
time.
Yeah, I used to hate Stardew. Never got into it. Never enjoyed it. It just seemed like a chore, you know? That
That's
was
because you
my
make
very.
it a chore.
That's because I made it a chore. But now that I've like grown to like, okay, Stardew's actually quite good. It's just not the game for me.
Hmm.
Canceling Drew now. Yeah, I'm gonna get cancelled for saying I used to hate Stardew. I did. I
Canceling
used to hate it.
Hexture 2.0.
Yeah, 2.0. I'm like looking at my games behind me, be like, is there any game here I really dislike?
I don't even know if I have a game that I don't like. I mean, obviously there's games that I'm gonna be like not a fan of.
I
But
know.
I don't think I have a game that I don't like.
My least
if you
favorite
think of-
Switch game. Hot take. Arceus.
Oh.
I have it, but I
I
haven't played it.
really hate Arceus. I find it so boring. I think the open world was just like, okay, I feel like I'm working towards nothing here. You know what I mean? Like, it was just running around catching Pokemon, which is fun. But I was just like, I like the gyms. You know what I mean? From what I've played of Pokemon, I like the gyms. But as Red's saying, I'm also not a massive Pokemon fan in general. So, but the thing is, let's say someone's saying you don't like Breath of the Wild. I do like Breath of the Wild. I think it's just the added aspect of I'm not really the biggest Pokemon fan. And then a
Same.
Pokemon open world where there's no gyms and no end game was so stressful. I was just like, this is too much. This game is too much. I feel like now that I'm in a better mental space, I could probably try it again.
Mhm.
But for now, I would say my least favorite game is Pokemon Arceus. I really don't like that game.
Do you remember if I had one? If I gave an answer in the last time? Because I don't
I
know
don't
if I
think I
have.
had. I don't think I had a least favorite game.
I don't remember. Like I don't know what would my least favorite game be.
Also, chat if you want to answer any of these questions yourselves. You're more than welcome to.
I'm thinking about the games that I've played because I played quite a few. I mean, there's
Yeah.
plenty of games that I love and I think that they're really cool. I just can't play them. Super Mario Sunshine is one of those. I love watching people play that game. It's super cool. Watching people do speed runs of that game, impressive. But me playing Sunshine, if you have watched those streams, you would know that I rage quit probably every time I played it.
Those streams were kind of painful to watch in a way.
They were because I would get really ragey and I would like literally close out the game. And I don't
Like
do that.
I remember once, Glam, I said to you, I remember saying this to you, and I can't remember if it was on voice chat or in messages. Glam, why the fuck are you playing this game?
Yeah.
Like she was having a conversation. It was like, oh, I've got to play Sunshine today. I was like, why?
Because I
Why
love the
do you have
game
to
and
play?
I want to play the game and I
Why
love
are
it.
you playing it? And then I think I helped you understand that you like watching it and not playing it. Because I'm like
Yeah.
that for so many games. Kingdom Hearts being one of them. I love
Mhm.
watching Kingdom Hearts. Can't play it. I think the Wonderland boss put me off it. However, I do want to give Kingdom Hearts another go. I've had that itch recently, but I've actually lost my copy of Kingdom Hearts for the PS4.
How do you manage this?
I've got the box, but not the disc, so I'm gonna have to go out and buy the game again. And it's
I just thought of another one. I've rage quit a game on stream once. One game holds that honor, and it's one that I really like the concept of, but I don't like it in practice, and that's Epic
I know
Mickey.
which one it is. Yeah, Epic Mickey.
Epic Mickey on the Wii. I love the history of Disney parks. I'm fascinated with them. I like the idea of Oswald and you know the older cartoons and stuff. And not to mention I love a creepy but cute aesthetic. I think it's wonderful. But the game controls horribly. I nearly snapped my Wiimote, which is a Mario one, but like, you know, I still probably shouldn't snap it. I quit
Yeah.
it midstream. I couldn't do it. I want to
Well,
love that game, but I
hopefully
can't.
you'll have the Luigi Wiimote soon, eventually, when I track it
Hopefully.
down.
Wait, do you
Hopefully.
not have that?
No, I have
No.
the Mario one because I was silly as a well, I wasn't a kid, but like, you know, I was a lot younger. And I'm like, oh, I'll be
Glam's got, she's got
Mario.
I
it,
have
doesn't she?
it. I have it.
I feel like everyone does except for me, and I feel like a fake Luigi fan.
Like I've said to Crystal, the next time I'm in the town where they have it in, like in the used game store, like there's a used game store chain here. I talk about them all the time, and they have it in like in a town which is like 5 miles away from me. So the next time I'm there, I'm just gonna pick it up and then ship it off to Canada.
I don't know
So,
where
like,
it's at.
Even though I need a new Wiimote, but I'll just you'll hopefully have it within the next year. You can have your Luigi Wiimote. Send me the Mario one. There you go.
There we go. We just swap.
Swap.
We'll just swap. That's fine with me. Cause actually, hang on. Go away.
You go away.
Hang on. These. I need to try and get them in the shop, but they're Mario and Luigi GameCube controllers for
Those
Switch.
are so cute.
Haven't touched this one, only used this one. Even though I don't like either of them. And I'm a Waluigi fan.
So Rachel kind of mentions about Arceus. Arceus doesn't have a true structure to it, if that makes sense. Like that's one of my worries for the new generation coming out. I love, love, love the open world, but I also really like the structure of following the gyms and having that end goal. And it's seeming that the new gen isn't implementing that structure enough for me from what I see so far, if that makes sense. I didn't actually watch the trailer of the new generation. I just saw pictures of the new starters. That's all I saw of it. So I wouldn't be able to put any hordes into that.
Uh-huh.
I'm really looking for. I liked Arceus. I liked the gameplay loop of going out, catching, and just kind of being free to roam around. I really enjoyed that. But I can understand why a lot of people didn't. So I'm kind of hoping they balance it well with the new ones, but I guess we'll see.
Right, having kind of like the both ideas of the catching and kind of chilling while also finishing ending goal
like-
gym thing.
Looks like you can play online with people in this game, doesn't it? From what
You
we
can,
saw.
yeah.
Well, that's kind of what
I
they
didn't
did
watch the
with
Pokemon Direct for it, so I don't know.
They
There
kind of
is
did the same thing
multiplayer
with
online.
Sword and Shield.
Yeah, but it wasn't really online multiplayer. It was just like you can see each other in the wild, and it wasn't even the person actually playing. It was just their character running around.
Well, and then
I believe.
the Dynamax things.
Oh my god, I did one of those on stream, and it was with Rosie, random, obviously Crystal, and me.
Mhm.
Me with like my very, very base level Pokemon, and then with the very high level Pokemon, I was just like, I'm gonna drag this team down, and I think I got knocked out after one hit.
Love that. Love that.
I will always remember that moment.
I'm not a big Pokemon. Like, I think it's super. I love Pokemon. I think they're cute. I think the whole idea of them. I was a big Pokemon fan when I was younger. I had cards. I watched the movies. I watched the show. I didn't play the games because we didn't have like Game Boys or anything. We only had the GameCube and the Wii, and then like OG Nintendos.
I was gonna
And
say, did any
so
Pokemon games come out for the Wii and the GameCube?
There's two really good ones on GameCube.
Oh,
right,
Really, really good ones.
and we only played
yeah,
Mario
Pokemon
Kart.
Coliseum.
So,
Forgot I own that.
and we never expressed interest in it, meaning my sister and I. So if we expressed interest in it, then my dad would probably have purchased them. But I didn't get into Pokemon or play my first Pokemon game until I started playing Let's Go Eevee, and then
Mhm.
never finished it. And then when Sword and Shield came out, I played that and finished the end game, and then called it good. That was
Yeah.
that was all I did. I didn't do any
See-
after game stuff. I didn't go shiny. I tried going shiny hunting. Didn't. It's like villager hunting in Animal Crossing. You can only do it for so long before you just want to die.
Mhm.
See, with Let's Go, I'm really sad because I actually own the Pokeball.
Mhm.
Alright. I don't know where it is. I looked all over it for it today.
It's with your Kingdom Hearts.
It's with my Kingdom Hearts. It's with many of my other electronics. It's with my missing Stream Deck button. What else is my? What else am I? Yeah, I don't
can
know.
we back
Can
up
I-
here?
Right, I'm gonna take a picture of it and then show the camera. Hang on. One of the buttons on my Stream Deck popped off when I pressed it,
It just
and
boop. Can you use
Yeah.
it? Does it still work? Does it light up? I'm asking you all
kinda,
these
it lights
questions.
up, but you have to press it at an angle with your fingernail.
Oh,
I'm just like
So-
thinking about it.
Because there's no actual physical press button there anymore. It's just the screen underneath it, which I learned underneath the Scream Deck, yes. The Stream Deck, it's just a touch screen.
oh, that's weird.
And the silicone around the buttons to force a touch on the.
To touch it, that's really strange.
If you look at it now, Glammit, can you see it's
I'm
just
like
a little
I'm like
screen.
staring at it like where is this? That's so weird. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
That didn't happen. No one saw that.
What did you do? Did you switch scenes?
Nope.
Um,
I did not change screens. But Dan just called me out.
okay, hang on. My phone is being really awkward.
Okay.
oh,
let-
I like Max's question.
I think there was another question back there. Max had another question as well.
I don't know if you can see this. Oh, oh, you can see the camera. See that button there? That's a broken do not use button I made because there is no button there.
Love that.
Also, you can see the camera.
It would make me want to push the button more.
Well,
It's
nothing happens when you put. Oh,
it's quite true though, because I have a panic button on mine. Come on. I have a panic button and it's my emote. And it makes me want to push that button, but it literally stops everything.
it locks down the stream.
It locks down the stream, so can't really be pushing that.
I don't have one of those because Streamlabs has one built in.
Yeah, I got rid of mine after that.
I had it
I
on
think
there just
Stream
in
Elements
case.
have one?
Yeah. I think I implemented whatever Stream Elements does, but like added it in as a button, I think. Just in case if it fails.
Hopefully the
or something.
hate rates have calmed down. Touch wood. Oh,
Hopefully.
sorry. That went straight into the mic. I'm so sorry.
Jeez.
I forget that this mic doesn't have a shock mount on it.
So Max had 2 questions. They said, which DVD killer are you hooked on?
I feel like I have to answer Huntress just because she was my very first killer. And I kind of have a soft spot for her.
See, I think my answer changed when I saw that one killer in the dating sim. Please tell me you know which one I'm talking about. The one that we all had a freak out about. Who is it? Is it Trickster?
Oh,
He just
yeah.
showed up.
Yeah, he popped up and I panicked. I panicked.
I had a big old panic. I was just like, oh damn.
You're like, hello?
Hello? I remember Rachel also screaming, hello?
We were like freaking out because he popped up and he was just like, he had open shirt and he was just like, he did the, the whatever pose where he's just like, hello. And
I call it the fabulous pose.
Oh god, I was like so and then for me it was Trickster is when he became a part of the Killers. Absolutely loved him.
I hate
when my
playing as him
mom
and playing against him, but love his design.
my mom when I gave her a computer like last week, and when I handed it to her, I told her that I was going to be playing the dating sim. I was like, now you get to watch me play the Dead by Daylight dating sim. And then she was just like, oh, what's that? I was like, okay, so you know that game, the Dead by Daylight game? And she goes, yes. I'm like, so now I could go ahead and essentially woo them. And she goes, okay. I was like, and I'm excited to have Huntress because she can step on me any day. And then my mom just started laughing, and my dad was just like, okay, and I'm done here.
Sorry, I look really short on my camera now that I moved it. I'm the short one here now, even though I'm very much taller than both of them.
Yes. And then Max's second question was, in Splat 3, which of the Deep Cut members is your favorite?
This is my game, it's time to shine. Big man.
That is the only answer.
Big
It's
man.
the only
It
answer.
is the only answer.
He goes like
He's
this
the-
and he just smiles
and
and
he just
wobbles.
smiles.
He just wobbles.
Literally.
He's happy. He's there.
Big man is the only acceptable answer. But I also love the blue one. I forgot her name.
I think they're all really
Shivers.
cool. It's like
Yeah, I like them
Shiver
all.
and Fry, I think.
Shiver and
Yeah.
Pride, that's the one.
When
I'm
they
horrible at remembering names.
when they all came up on the screen, they started doing like their little like music thing that they were doing, their performance. There we go. That's what it's called. I got really excited because just seeing them all get together, and I was just like, they're so cute, and I love them all.
Yeah, honestly, they are. They're right. There we go. I can move my mic on now without you all hearing the squeaking. I really WD-40. Yeah. Also, I love Max's answer to the Dead by Daylight question. Unfortunately, the answer for me is all of them.
I don't know, man. Have y'all seen The Dredge? Oh God, you mean turkey? The Dredge is a turkey. Have you seen The Dredge and like seen how they nod? Have either of you
No.
seen it? It's disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. Like
I have
it's
not
literally
seen it, and I don't know if I want to see
it's
it.
it's literally just the head goes up and down, and like because it's like the neck is like a turkey, like the little under thing. So like their neck goes up like this, and then it's like their head. head. And
Head.
so when they nod, it's literally just the head, and you just see it going dunk dunk dunk, and it's the
Oh,
most.
God.
It's ridiculous. I can't handle it. I saw that. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. Can't do this.
I'm done. So honestly, sorry, I went to Crystal's YouTube to see when you played Epic Mickey, to see if I was around for it or not.
It was a very
Was it?
long time ago.
No, I don't think I was.
Yeah, it was forever. Shiver uses non-gender specific pronouns in most all languages, and Fry big man of gender specific ones. I'm here for that.
Love that.
Yes, I can't remember which one's which.
Shiver's the blue one. Fry
What
is
was-
yellow. Big
I was
man
supposed
is
to-
big man.
God, the big man is big man.
I figured that was kind of obvious.
Since Shiver was my favorite when I first saw them. I love that. Okay, is there any other questions that we have in here?
Yes, and
Awesome.
answer them now. Ask
Answer them now.
now.
Me too. Me too.
I cannot speak or read, so
It's a mood. Yeah, right. So the controls in that game were something
remember-
else.
I remember.
I
I
wonder if
think
it'd be better to
Go ahead.
saying. I wonder if it'd be better to play it on like Dolphin, where you can use mouse and keyboard.
I've thought about it. I've thought about it.
Ah. I think I begged my dad to buy Epic Mickey because I wanted it so bad, but it wasn't a Nintendo published Wii game, and so my dad was like kind of iffy on buying it just because he was trying to finish a collection sort of thing. And when he finally gave in, and I grabbed it and I tried playing it, like you said, the controls were confusing, and so I remember like being like little, however old I was when it came out, going like this with the Wiimote, trying to figure out what the heck I was doing, and then I gave up. I was just like, well, hope he doesn't ask me how the game's going.
Just don't ask.
Yeah, I heard the 3DS one was not okay, so I never touched it.
But if no one else has got any other questions, I guess that means we gotta bounce.
Mm-hmm.
So get your last questions in now if you have any. I promise for the next podcast we'll have a proper system set up for questions.
I don't promise anything.
I promise it because if I promise it, I'll do it. So
That's why I don't promise things, because I probably won't do it. I forget about things until like the last minute. Obviously, that's how we got the tech issues happening.
see, this is why I said, Glam, should we get on VC an hour before the podcast? We tried half an hour before, didn't work. We've tried 45 minutes, doesn't work. We should literally just get on the day before and sit there and wait. We still wouldn't be prepared.
Well, yeah, we tried doing that the first episode. We were on VC fixing it, and then the next day.
What's your favorite stream snack if you snack on stream? Pizza and McDonald's?
I tend to more drink stuff on stream. I don't really eat live. I usually have a coffee or an energy drink or a soda or water with me. So
A big ass pink coconut drink from Starbucks.
oh, it's my favorite.
One of these days I'll try it. I promised you
Please
once I'd
do.
try it.
My favorite is Rosie's reaction. After watching me have it for like a year, she tried it on stream and she was just like, why did no one tell me to chew this earlier? It was the best.
I love that. What is that drink again?
It's the strawberry
heard-
coconut
Ah,
refresher, I think. I
Do we
believe.
even have the coconut drink in England? We do, yeah. Well, at least I do where I am. I've nearly ordered it a few times, but it was just like, Starbucks is so expensive for delivery here that I'm just
It
kind of
is.
like the other day it was like, do I have a McDonald's breakfast or do I have a Starbucks breakfast? And I managed to get 5 things from McDonald's for the same price as one drink in delivery at Starbucks.
it's
Yeah.
like,
Because-
how much do I
because I
want to
live-
eat?
I live 15 minutes away from McDonald's, so the delivery is something like a 50p. So it was so cheap to just get my McDonald's breakfast and get like a Coke and a milkshake instead of spending so much money, even though the Starbucks is closer. Makes sense. But Starbucks, don't know about you, it's like $3.99 delivery.
Yeah.
I can't get anything delivery.
It's fine, you have your husband.
Just send him on the way. I don't know if what do you guys see me eat the most on
Cheese.
stream? Yeah. I'm not supposed to, I shouldn't eat that much cheese, but anytime I open the fridge, it's the first thing that I see, so I just grab the cheese. It's usually like the little cheese stick, not stick, like cheese
Pepperonis is also my little, like the meat sticks. Like I'll always be on voice chat and with them, I'm gonna go and get a meat stick.
But Banana just mentioned the big sausage that I had. The big, as my mom likes to call it, it's called a big weenie thingy. It's literally those summer sausages. They're like this big, and they're usually like.
She just went on stream and
I
she was just like, oh,
literally
it's
just
what was it? Oh, it's spicy or something.
Something like that. I think I made a comment of it. It was good.
I love eating pepperoni slices out of the bag.
Ooh.
Oh, I kind of want to go to Aldi tomorrow and get some pepperoni slices.
I also just feel the need to share. Speaking of cheese before stream, I had a poutine covered in mac and cheese.
Oh,
It was very good. I'm very full.
do you know what
I didn't
saw?
finish it. Yeah.
Do you know what I saw the other day? Was someone who had poutine and then dipping it in fondue cheese.
Oh, jeez.
It looked
Let's say
so, and their
that's a
face
lot.
reactions, it looked so good. And now I want to try, because I know poutine is like a their own thing, but I kind of just want to cover cheese in chips and then dip it in melted cheese. And
It
then
could work.
blast off like a rocket the next day because I'm partially lactose intolerant.
I don't have that issue, thankfully.
I do too, which is why it's funny that cheese is my go-to snack.
Oh god. I mean, it's worth it though, and if I just take my tablet before I'm fine. Before and after, we're good. But anyway, we'll not talk about bodily functions anymore. If that's
Okay.
all, then I guess we can. Should we call it here? How long have we been going for?
Good enough.
Almost 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. We have a club tournament thing to do later, so we gotta go and stretch before that. I might go and get a meat stick.
So that being said, that will do what do
What? Oh, we just hit the 2-hour mark. You are our longest episode for this season so far.
How many episodes have you had this season?
3.
This is the third.
Okay. Okay.
I think you might hold the title. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll
Because
take
we
it.
try and keep it under 2 hours.
Perfect.
So Andrew, did you want to end the episode?
Oh yeah, I have to do that, don't I? I didn't write a script for this part, so I'm just gonna
Ooh.
freaking wing it. So, I want to thank everyone so much for watching and being in the chat for this episode of Faith Fam Talks, whether you were liking or chatting. Thank you to Crystal for coming on the podcast on such late notice, by the way. Like, so I edited the guest command, Glam.
Did you really? Oh my god, you're
I did
genius.
indeed. Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, thank you so much again, Crystal, because honestly, I asked Crystal like 4 days ago to be on the podcast, and she was like, yeah, sure. So thank you for coming on such late notice. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to go follow Crystal over on Twitch, you can do her Twitter, and then there's her card with all of her extra links to like YouTube, TikTok. TikTok's on there, isn't it? I think
so. I'm lucky, really proud of that. I had fun making it.
Yeah, we love a good card. We love a good card. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and raid someone now, Crystal. We usually let the guest pick who we want to raid. So if there's anyone you would like to raid,
Let's see who's alive.
Go ahead and start looking for that, and we'll go ahead and go into the other scene. Don't go away, chat. We are going to stay here. We're just going to go ahead and close out the thing for the
Yeah.
YouTube section.
So thank you so much for watching. If you are on YouTube or listening on any of the podcast platforms, we do appreciate it. And we'll be live in not next Saturday, but the Saturday after, so 2 weeks' time. We'll have another guest on with us. We got to figure out who that may be and not leave it till last minute this time. So thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Lovely.